What's good, YouTube? My name is Josh, the ladies man, and I have an updated Harpie profile. Let's get started.
As he drops cards.
I'm making a cameo. Is it still recording?
Move! Alright. Sorry about that, folks. First off, you start with your searcher, the 3-channelier. She's very good. You can discard a Harpie, a special Harpie. Plus, she makes her instant rank 7 if you have a dragon on the field. So, next, your 3 Harpist. She can search Channelier, Lady 1, and Barrier Statue if you run Barrier Statue. Two Harpie Lady 1s, 1 Harpie Lady Sister, and 1 Cyber Harpie. Most people say, why run sisters? Well, if it's an elegant egotist target, and plus, it's for link spamming. Triple Queen, your terraforming of the deck. Search your hunting ground. 1 Pet Baby. You can run Pet Baby or Pet Dragon, but for me, I prefer Pet Baby. 1 Dancer. You can run 2 or 3 Dancers, but for budget reasons, I'm going to go on 1. Next to the extra cards, 1 Barrier Statue. This helps you against any other deck that spams, so plus you can search it with Harpist, so you can still make your win link.
Making a second cameo.
2 Draco Phoenix. Draco Phoenix is very good because you can destroy your Harpist, you can destroy any wind monster, and plus if you destroy itself, it adds another worm monster, such as Masterpiece. 1 Masterpiece is good in the deck because you have a lot of continuous spell and traps in the deck, so it's very good. For hand traps, triple Effect Veiler. You can substitute them for Ash, Ghost Order, or Winter Cherries depending on your matchup. Next to the spells, 3 Hunting Ground, which is the staple in any Harpie deck. 1 Elegant Egotist. You can run 2, but 1's good because you can cycle it with Historic Sign. 1 Monster Reborn because it's back. Triple Sign. Now on to the traps. Double Icarus Attack. Icarus is like your twin twister, and also you can get rid of powerful monsters if they're unaffected by traps. 1 Pinpoint Guard. This is like a stall card, that way you can bring back any of your level 4 Harpies from the graveyard. 1 Anti-Spell. Works very well against Pendulum Magician, hurts them a lot in a lot of spell binding decks. Triple Party, which is your link spamming. 2 Storming, because you could run Quaking, but since there's a lot of decks that run links, you should just do Storming. I highly recommend it. And finally, Triple Featherstorm. It's an effect Vader, but it's a permanent effect Vader for a turn. It also negates graveyard effects, so. Next, the side deck. 1 Fairy Tale Luna. Fairy Tale Luna is a very somewhat good card, but I highly recommend if you have like troublesome duels. It's like a Grand Mole, but at 3. Next, we have Fairy Tale Sleeper. She can special summon any monster from your hand, and also she can tribute another monster to make a Book of Moon effect. 1 Metion. Metion is very good, deals burn damage, plus it can deal it can break a board that's unbeatable. Zaphion. Zaphion is very good against a Pendulum matchup and True Draco matchup because it returns all the spell and traps. It can even get around evenly matched. One Kaiju. Humongous. You can run Gamma Seal, you can run Dolgaron, but for tributing purposes, get around Masterpiece, get around Crystal Wing, get around any troublesome card, I highly recommend a Kaiju. Next, Triple Santa Claus. Santa Claus is it's like a Kaiju type card that no one expects. Even though it's a +1 to your opponent, it still has that 25 defense, so you can get around it with any of your links. Double Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance is very situational, but also it helps you from other spell and traps. One Mind Control. You can basically do your links, like get a monster that you need, that troublesome monster to try to get rid of. One Phoenix Wing. Phoenix Wing, you can discard like your Harpie, discard any card, and then return and then place it on top of the deck, so you can recycle some of your cards. Boundless. Boundless is a staple. It's a staple in any deck, so you can get around all those troublesome monsters. Torrential, so that way if your opponent spams the field, activate Torrential, and then there goes their board. And then Grandhorn. You can just negate the special summon, and then they go straight in the battle phase without summoning the monster. Next, we go into the extra deck. One Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is very good against graveyard effect monsters. Double Shidori. Shidori is one of the staples in any win deck. You can get rid of a face down, and plus you can get rid of a face up monster. Castel. Castel is also a staple. Plus it's also Wing Beast, so it gains the boost from Hunting Ground. Heartland Draco. Since you run some face up spells like your Hunting Ground or your Historic Sign, your opponent can't do anything. They can still kaiju it, but they can't attack it for any. One Zero Fine. Zero Fine works very good against Pendulum Magician. Since they have a lot of face-up cards, you can just negate your scale and also negate any continuous trap spell, and it gains it's a beater. One Big Eye. Big Eye, you can make it with double Chandelier. If you have a pet baby or pet dragon, you can make a Big Eye or Metal Flare or Draco's Hack or Tomahawk. One Baguska. Baguska is you can say your stall card, unless they kaiju it. The classic Gagaga Cowboy. If you almost OTK your opponent and your opponent has low life points, that extra 800 can win you the game. And then finally, Phantasmal Dragon. Phantasmal Dragon is very good. Plus, it helps your Harpies. But the only downside is you have to detach at each of your end phases. Double Great Fly. Great Fly is your booster. And plus, you can recycle any of your Harpie or other wind monsters. One Doll. It gains attack. Plus, you can get rid of a spell or trap on both sides of the field. One Decode. Decode, it's a staple in any deck. And finally, Burload. You can run Skull Dread, you can run Firewall, but I recommend Burload because it's a Big Eye. Plus, you can do it whatever. That's it for the profile. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for any more questions.